off and on stream right when we start. Hello, hello, everybody. Work on sending out the notice that I've gone live and wish me luck on getting people in here. Um, a lot of people love the short YouTube videos I put together. Um, so hopefully I can build off of that hype. Ugh, I wish it would. I wish it would copy the go live. Trying to think. Let me. Oh, I can't. I'm not showing. Um, um, Dashboard? Screen manager. Uh, Favorites. Oh, I have a viewer. Cool. Wait, viewer is probably me. No, Killer B90. Thank you for joining. I am working on getting people in the stream. I should probably work on figuring out how to automate this a little bit better, but still haven't figured that part out yet. Where where is the like share button? I was gonna do it on my phone, but then I decided that I was just gonna do it through through the internet, or not the internet, through my computer, but I can't find the like let me share the share invite guests. No, invite guests is collaboration. This is so you just be like, I want to share info, maybe. What's the going live thing? That's not the let me share that I've done. I'd like to be able to just like spam it out to people. Alerts? No. What alerts? Really wish Twitch job of helping people figure out how to like Twitch. I feel like there should be a course on like how to be a Twitch streamer. Um, we'll get there. We'll get there one day. Uh, yeah, this is not gonna work either. What's the link that it? Probably just message myself. Go that way. Okay. Self. I need a text editor. Go to Twitch. Stream. to the discords. Again, thank you, Killer, for chilling out as I get ready to figure out. I've like joined a bunch of discords recently. Probably need to start. Uh, Try my luck in pirates off. Waiting. Man, that's why I said I would love to automate this because it's like I gotta find all of the like art, video, writing, streaming, self promotion. There we go. People spamming.
Prepare for breakout.
But I don't get blocked for that. Great when you're like trying to follow another YouTuber or Twitch streamer while you're broadcasting. Not close. Oh, oh wait. Okay. What a great way to start a stream. I think I literally spent 15 minutes. Yeah, I need to learn how to automate that. That is. Oh, and I still need to do it on LinkedIn. Oh, and my own Discord. Uh, you'd think I would inform my own Discord. Also, I totally missed office hours today. Sorry about that. Um, it's just like meetup group is kind of dead, and yeah, all I'm gonna say. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to like revitalize the meetup group, but oh man, All right, my group, and then uh, company. So badass. I could say my company. No, I'm still. Can you? That's all I got. Okay. Oh, Twitch. Huh. Okay. Pull that back up. Okay. Let's dive into this. Okay. So this week we did not have the design talk on Wednesday. After rock class, I was really, really tired and really, really sore. Um, if you ever want to learn anything about rock polishing, you have to like hold a rock like this up. Imagine this is a spinning wheel and this is your rock. You gotta like do this, like setting. You do that for like 2.5 hours. Um, kind of hurts your back. Like you're sitting down, but it hurts. Um, so I was exhausted. I was tired. So I came home and was like, I'm going to bed. Um, so I kind of moved things around. So we're gonna do combat design talk tonight. Probably won't get around to the art because art is I say frustrating, but like art can be a little bit of a discussion. Um, so today's talk we're just gonna work on the design doc and start talking about the UI for controls, specifically talking about the combat. Gonna go from there. Probably be talking about items, different abilities that Clover might be able to get, and we'll kind of work from there. Um, there's like I said, there's like 7 different regions. So I'm hoping to like have different items for regions, and um, I think one of the interesting styles that I'm thinking of trying to do is make it so that when the character runs out of health, they have a time limit. Um, so like you double the damage you do, then like figure out if there's other ways to like increase the more damage. You have a stick and you had holy water, it does double damage against the bosses. How can you I don't want to say exploit. I feel like exploit's not the right word because it's intentional, right? There's 2 different. I would like to make this game accessible to all types of playstyles, which most people would say that is not the best way to make a game. You make a game, target that audience. But I feel like I am taking the Nintendo approach, but also making it so that like everyone feels like Nintendo's approach is you make it so it's easy for anybody, and then it kind of like works backwards for the. But I would like to think about interesting ways that you can make challenges for people that want the challenge and set it up so that they can do it if they would like to. But um, and then for the people who don't like they don't have to experience that. Um, so we'll see how that kind of goes. But yeah, I kind of want to make it so there's like different ways, like, different ways to explore the world and be able to come up with different paths to get to where you need to get. Also, be able to beat the game just straight from like the start by collecting certain items or beating the final boss with just the stick. We'll see if I can keep that idea going, but I really want to make it really really hard for the player to like just go in and beat the final area with just stick. Um, but I would like to give them the opportunity that if it is possible. And we lost our viewer. Started talking about things, and they're gone. That was great. Yeah. So today's gonna be the combat talk. We're gonna move art to Sunday. Saturday is still a break. I'll be out of town. Can't really stream. Be a pretty busy day on Saturday. And Friday night we're traveling, so really no way to easily any type of streaming work. Probably really won't be able to do any type of probably just a relaxing weekend. But Sunday when we get back, uh, we'll make it a working session. It'll probably just be art. Probably just gonna be like everything's gonna get shifted off for like a day or so, but that's fine. It'll probably be like maybe a combination of art and working session. See how well it goes. Like I said, when I try to do art, it gets a battle. We got stickers brought in. Finally brought them into the house, but took it to a meetup today, and quite a lot of people like the stickers. So thank you to the folks who took our stickers. I feel like I didn't do a good job of like sales pitching my company. I was like, I got stickers, and then that was it. But I think the idea is like take the logo and like someone asks them what that was, they'll be like, oh, blah gave it to me, and word of mouth that way. My goal is as I go to other meetups and be like, you want stickers? I got stickers, and then that way people love stickers, especially like college kids and younger adults or kids. So I feel like stickers is something that like um is a way to help people remember things. And not that I again cost effective. Like this was like for 3 sheets, I think it was like $20. Um and all you have to do is like go to people who like stickers, give them stickers, and then if they like tech people like to put stickers on the back of their phones and the back of their computers. And so when someone's like looking at your sticker, looking at the back of their thing, they'll be like, "Oh, what's that sticker?" And they'll be like, "Oh, blah 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 blah." Right. So it's essentially a form of free marketing for very dirt cheap. That was the idea there. Um, we'll go ahead and just do the Patreon thing now because it's easier. Oh, producer level first. So that it matters. So again, like to thank the Patreon producer level. Um, this is something you're interested in, definitely check it out. It's a $2,000 mark. It really helps fund projects, especially projects like this. The Clover game. We also have a mindful app in the background um, in the works, but has been kind of put on the back burner because as a single solo dev, um, I can only really do one major project at a time. So this is a good way to help fund and sponsor things, such as this game, and sorry, this game and other projects that we do. I especially like the meetups that we create and other social events. What else? I got invited. I don't know if I just started talking about this. I'll wait until I get on camera to talk about it. But so we'll go ahead and move on to the members tier. So another quick shout out, producers. You help you help pick which projects get more spotlight. And that'll be a like conversation that we have. You also get more quarterly meetups with me directly to really kind of talk about things. Um, you get kind of more of a more of a hand in not the like You don't get like micro. I don't want to use the word micromanaging. You don't get like, oh, I need you to make a game that's like this. You say, of the projects that you have outlined and we've discussed, I would like for the, my funding to help support this project, which will help that project get moved up in the when the heck are we going to do it? Uh, because the idea is that funding would help fund the community, right? Um, I can't hire anybody if I don't have any funding, so this model helps with that. And again, you're also part of the community. I don't like this idea of just having uh, like some big group come in, fund the thing, and then create a product, and then it's like whatever, right? I really want this to be community driven idea and community driven on projects and things. So don't really want like people coming in and funding this, and then it's like, oh, now this project is getting done because some person funded it, and like they want control over the uh, vision of the project or whatever. Um, so definitely interesting tier model. Something you're interested in, definitely reach out to me. Uh, Happy to talk more about it. Uh, and then the members tier, which is a little bit more uh, cost friendly for folks. This is just $5 a month. Get your name in the end credits of everything that we do. Pretty much every video that I post, this slide deck gets shown. As for producers, the slide deck normally gets shown for bigger high end projects, and we won't use this slide deck. Your name will actually just show up in credits. Yeah, it's more of like a just more call out. But with the members tier level, your name will just show up in various credits. Um, and they've recently started coming out this week. We launched a video yesterday showcasing all the work that we've done on stream in a short, just like 1 minute video. It's kind of interesting to. Normally, I do a lot of live content, so that was the first content where I wrote like a script and talked for like a minute, and that was like took me like 30 minutes to talk for like a minute and get it right, and it was very not my thing. I am not a fan of real or not real. It was scripted, but it was like it was how I would say it, but I said it like rehearsed and practiced. Which is not normally how I like to talk because I do say and like and bleh, and of course that's not well, I don't know what the right word is, but anyways, yeah, I can't think of the right word. But enough of the intro and wallowing. We literally really need to figure out how to speed this up because we've just spent 30 minutes just talking about. Uh, so I'm back. Oh yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about. I got picked to be. I feel bad if I blotched the name of his company. Work or work. Torque. TROC. I should just call it like an acronym. But I did get invited to be an ambassador. I don't know what that entails. I don't know if I can use my company as like I don't think I'm getting paid, but I think I get like perks. But I have to like post social media content, which I wasn't sure if I had to create social media content and then like tag them in it, or if they're gonna give me things to say and then I don't really know. But anyways, they made me ambassador, and I highly respect Taylor. I always thought it was Tyler, and I'm double checking. But yeah, Taylor. Um, Fun fact, I misspelled his name in my phone for like so long. But anyways, I got made an ambassador. I don't know what that really entails. But I'm happy to support him in whatever that looks like, and whatever capacity that is. Um, he gives a lot of great talks, and I think what I've seen work growing, I am happy to like give support and whatever that takes. I'm definitely not one of those people who are like, if what is it, Shadow Rage Legends or whatever comes out, like I'll be like, no, I'm good. Like I don't really like doing sponsored work. I mean, I hate ads. I mean, I'm not, even though I'm on Twitch, and if I ever get affiliated, there will probably be ads being run to help fund some of the things. But I personally like don't like ads and try to like not do that. But I got, like I said, I got invited to be an ambassador, and I'm happy to shout out for that stuff. Um, yeah. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see what that looks like. I'm supposed to get more information about it next week. Thought I'd let people know on stream that stuff might be coming, and I'm happy to support it and whatever that looks like. Um, but yeah, that's about it for like news updates and big going on. So let's go ahead and dive into this document. And let's focus in on the main character. Guess it'll be under controls. Might just get rid of this and just put it in push only. There is. Nice. I might just move this to tasks. Don't get how this works, Google. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. I might actually do that. That's actually pretty cool integration. Like, I wish there was a way I could just like. Now I'm curious. Yeah, I don't care. Nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I might just do that. And I'll move all the epic. I'll move all the stuff there. Okay. Um I'm just trying to rid of this primary mechanics. Um Health is showcased by four leaf clovers, which broken up first. This is this called a frame. Um. Okay. Um. This is mostly me just recapping stuff that I've implemented and haven't actually written down, but talked about. Problem. All right. Okay. Health system. Okay. Also debating whether I should take out. Man. Okay, what is death? Primary. Player can up to 2 to 4 button to I think on a primary sword button. So I think it'll be primary button. The primary button. So it's like Zelda, right? So like Game Boy Zelda, there was no primary button because the Game Boy literally only had 2 buttons. And so you had to like swap out the 2 weapons between the 2 buttons. What I want to implement is something similar to that, but because you only have 2 buttons, you can actually mix and match. So it's kind of like using in Here's the Kingdom. Like if I had a bow and a lantern, if I press the bow and the lantern together, you get a fire arrow. If I take the bow and I take the rope, it would make a uh, like you would shoot the bow and then wherever it would like just extend the rope out, which I guess doesn't actually work because technically the rope like it needs to be. I guess it would make a hook shot. Maybe I don't know because it would pull like you'd be holding on to the rope. The arrow would uh guide you, I guess. I don't know, I'm trying to think of like how that would work. I feel like there's cool mechanics there. Easy one, bomb and arrow makes bomb arrows. But I think it'll be a 3 button game. I don't think it'll be a 2 to 4 button. I think it'll just be a 3 button. Um, this is also where I'm like still trying to think about it because it's also like I don't remember if they still made Link's Awakening the Switch if there was a primary jump button or think think they made it where jumping. Oh no, okay. I think it was the dash button. But anyways, the idea still holds. Now there's like more buttons and a controller, right? We're gonna take a standard Pro controller. Standard Pro controller. And also I know it's a keyboard, so technically you have unlimited freaking buttons, but traditionally you have 4 face buttons and 4 shoulder buttons. I think I have a super controller on the floor. Whatever. Anyways, the idea is when jump if we end up if jumping ends up becoming a thing in this game, um, you can just jump. Like you don't have to go like through an item thing and like figure out how to jump. I would like to be able to make most things that you don't like things that you're gonna commonly use, like jumping and dashing. I want them to be on primary buttons. I think that's gonna be a good like I think that would be a good setup is primary buttons, 2 button thing, and then in the 2 button things, what are some combos that we can create with that um, setup? I'm probably gonna limit myself to 8 to 10 items. Kind of go from there. But we'll see. Um, so, so I think we decided there will be 4 buttons. Tired. Um, player can use up to 2 to 4 buttons to use items collected in the game. We've decided there will be a run button, or sorry, dash, shield button, um, sword button. I guess I shouldn't even call it a sword button, but like a primary weapon button. We'll go in more details, and then the secondary left button right button. Which, if we look on a controller, um, left or right for dashing, left for shield. I'm still gonna make it so that um, if you like, it'll be like classic Zelda where Link always has his shield out. So Clover will always have a shield out, and you'll always have defense if you don't do anything. Like if you're not doing anything, the shield will be up. But if you press the shield button at the right moment, um, the shield will uh, absorb either absorb the weapon depending on the shield you have. There'll be two different shields. Absorbing shield, which will uh, give Clover energy, not like healing, but like um, more attack power. Um, yeah, and yeah, I think there'll be three different shields. Basic starting one, which you get if you go to the right spot, which you get with the practice sword. We'll kind of go into that a little bit more detail, but I think this is perfect. I think the starting shield doesn't do anything. You can upgrade the shield to make it um, reflect, and then the upgraded sword or upgraded shield. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking like the upgraded shield. Um, you can either use the back shoulder button to do it to be absorbing. You absorb the power, or if you want to reflect it back. Um, I think it'll just be primary shield, mirror shield, which I don't know if I can get away. Maybe it'll be reflective shield. I don't know what I can call it, but come up with a name for it. But like the first one will be reflective only, and the upgraded one will be reflected or absorbing. We'll go from there. Um, or orb reflect. Oh, that's interesting. Never actually thought about that. Okay, this sounds really dumb, but as I learned, it's not going to be Y and X because Y and X is very awkward to touch. It'll be essentially if you look at a controller, it'll be two buttons that you can easily press together, which will be X or A or Y and B. Um, so we need to update this. So it'll be yeah. So this will still be A or B, and this will be um a B or or A or Which, yeah, they all do that. Colors, they're all basically the same. So, in case anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, because they don't have a, and also doesn't hold up in Xbox controller world, because Xbox controller world, I think the buttons are like rotated. But basically, what I'm trying to say is the top button and the left button to be paired up. The right button, and the bottom button to be paired up when trying to do this, because I would like to be able to make it so you can press both buttons and you can get a different effect. Uh, Item descriptions below. Most of them. But okay. Level skill. Talk about the mechanics. Talk about the mechanics, or we'll talk about what all the buttons can do, and then we'll talk about the items. Separate thing. But we know that we can do absorb, select. Uh, oh, we said we wanted a jump. And then, yeah, and then we can jump and dash. Or dash, or jump and then dash. Yeah. Okay. 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There will be 8 button game. The player find button with full off ability. The player can R. As I'm writing all this, I realize I already have a control. So even though these controls were talked about in like controller sense, the idea still holds with a mouse and keyboard. Namely keyboard, not mouse. I don't know what we'll do with the mouse somewhere. Um we're gonna move, we're gonna just combat. Oh, yeah. There's no longer an interaction button. Fuck. Oh wait. Yes, yes, there is. There is an interaction button. It's the button next to the thing. Yeah, okay. We still have an interaction button. I don't want to like be like, oh, you need a glove in order to you need to equip the glove in order to like pick things up. We'll have an interactive button. So let me go back to controls. Interactive. Okay. Whew. Okay, cool. So basically that so there will always be a sword button. There will always be an interactive button. Interactive button. There isn't anything to interact with. Doesn't do anything. Um, uh, minus guide. Oh yeah. I don't know what. Oh, Nintendo calls it ZL and or I just call it L1, but even then I'm like, oh, which one's? But that actually makes more sense. Um, yeah, I think this is a good idea. Um, we'll go back up to combat and we'll talk about what those buttons do with what things. So, um, primary weapons. Um, rusty sword, rusty. I'm like thinking rusty from not college humor, dorkly. I'm thinking of rusty. Um, So my thought process is you in the starting area, kind of wake up. There's a chest. In that chest, you get the rusty equipment. You can choose not to take the chest, of course. Choose not to take the stuff. You don't get the holy sword and um, holy sword you get by throwing the sword in the lake. Um, blessed sword you get for um, getting thing. Um, but the but you need the rusty sword and rusty shield in order to get the upgrades. But the practice sword and shield you actually get at the like starting area. Like you actually go do it. If you don't do it, um, get consumable items, which we'll talk about. Just do it. I don't like. That's what I want you to do. I think it's non. And then also this is the part where I'm like, I don't know like what else to do for this part. Like sticks, more sticks, stacks of sticks. The part where I could use some like input and some ideas on this. Like, what are some non-consumable, or sorry, what are consumable weapons that would make sense? Now you have to remember there's no like technology per se. Yeah, I can't really think. I really can't think of like a tiered system for like breakable weapons. Like I like would like this to be a thing, but I'm trying to think like I don't want people just being like I got 100 stacks of sticks. It's like I'm trying to think of like what other things I could put in that people could collect to use as uh a replacement that could be like seen throughout the world that would make sense. I mean, I'm thinking like stones. I could just collect a bunch of sticks and stones. Um, no, like I said, I I wish I could find more examples of game weapon. What I can't find any good examples. Like in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, it's just like, man, I really don't want to just put down sticks and stones and like that's it. I guess maybe like bones. I mean, yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm gonna go with um bones, rocks, primary weapon, and fields. Uh, but I feel like I mean, maybe rocks. You just like pick up a rock. I don't. Oh, up maybe pot lids and rocks. Oh yeah, I was like, why is that there? Oh, that works. Okay. That's or Okay. Then oh oh I don't know if I can get in trouble. Wider. Um, so there's a volcano area, and I want to make it so that when you the volcano, you can glide, make you like just glide the overworld. Um, but I don't know. Still trying to debate whether I want it to be a glide or if I just trying to still figure that out. Maybe I'll put flying, then flying, then glider, dragon, flute. Like you like summon a flute and you can dragon fly around or something. Ideas. Let me maybe it starts out as a glider and like a dragon. Actually, you know what? What? Flying. Um, get rid of the glider. We'll keep the glider. Um, we'll add a flute and teleport. Then dragon. Possibly. We'll see. See how crazy this. Um, I like kind of getting outside of the realm of combat, but um, um, I spell lantern right now. Then why is it complaining about lantern? I don't get Google's autocorrect. Some like, did you? Okay, I appreciate it, Google. I know that you autocorrected it. That's what I wanted you to do. Um, okay. Um, let's see. Let's go back to I have that. Didn't I write down the areas? Okay, so we have one, two, three, four, five, seven. Wait, hang on. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 locations. Um, the oh, I wanted an X. I think this will be area one. So the forest area. This will be the mountain. Keeps moving back. Okay, I guess I spelled it right. I don't know what Google does that, but um, think this might be the moon. I want it to have something to do with the meditation area. I think I might make it so you can get the feather to jump around in the meditation area, but you really can't do anything until you do the magic lens. But I feel like I need the like you need that's it. You'll need the magic lens. So actually, we'll make the you go to the ruins to get the glider. Oh, we also need to know how to swim. Damn. Um, Normal. Go. Still need to figure out what that mechanic's gonna look like. Cause I know everyone hates water mechanics. But like, do I just make it so that if you wear like heavy boot stuff? But I think this is a good start. I'm gonna move the flying part as a nice to have, so I'll put that at the bottom. The same thing with swimming. Like I know I'm gonna do swimming, but I don't even have like water. I don't have a water tile set. Like I would need to find a water tile set to like play around with it. Um, I think this is a good starting point. Same thing with all of this stuff. So, didn't really get even a chance to talk about monsters. I think this is a good stopping point, and I will let's stick all of this stuff. Oh, you know what I can do? Power of Google. I can open up two Google Docs. I can scroll down here to this. Oh, this is gonna suck. How do I add? Okay, you don't need to see my reference. See what I'm editing. Sorry for making this is the tedious part about being a project manager is taking all the stuff that we just talked about. Actually, I really hate that I have to assign it to myself. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna for this. I'm going to leave it in top level detail, but in tasks, I'll actually break it down into smaller chunks. Oh, I don't want to at myself. God. Yeah, I think this is fine for now. And then I'm just gonna go over the tasks really quick. How do I? Oh, seriously? This is this is hilarious. Like, why can't I create a subtask? I can move them around, but I can't create a subtask. That is so frustrating. Like, who can I talk to at Google to be like, guys, tasks 101. Like, every item should be like, just because I created this task in a Word document doesn't mean that I can't, I should be able to create subtasks so that I could work, like, I can chunk up this task into smaller, more manageable things and then report back like, hey, I did all of these small manageable things and we close out this big ticket item. Because like I don't want to like I don't know. That's just how I operate. I don't know. Like weird, weird that I can't do that. So much for that. So much for that idea. Um, well, that's not gonna work. So I guess I'll move those back, and then I guess and then I'll come back to here, and of course, actually, what I will do, I will create my own. So dumb. I'll just create copies of everything. That way I can make. And I think the Oh, yes, that's the limit. Can't do subtasks of subtasks. So I won't add a subtask. Rusty active. probably could. Um. Well, okay. X, X, and then yield ask. Um. SD test. We will stop there. Then basically the idea is um the idea would be work on Rusty. Yeah. So the idea is we would be working on Rusty in practice first, rocks and sticks and bone next. We'll do the non-consumables first, then consumables, and probably just do rocks and sticks and bones later because I'm still trying to figure out the name of the potlet. I'm still not sure. We'll figure that out, and then oh, I said rope or I think that will be it. Like I said, I would like to get fundamentals down for being able to like dash jump concept, then kind of go from there. So, um, yeah, I mean, this is the thing about me when it comes to design. It's I can only do so much design talk. Oh, interesting. I copied the wrong. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, point is, I have a plan, and we're gonna be focusing on making the sword, making the shield. That will be this weekend. Then we will there. And so yeah, the next plans, of course, would be making the sword, making the shield, design, and then making the design for that, art for that, and then making it work in the game. I guess the problem is we don't have any monsters, and we end up not talking about monsters tonight. We mostly just talked about controls, which falls under combat, but it's mostly just focusing on items, combat with controls. Um, so I think what I will do is I'll work on making the items, sign into the character, and then we won't be able to test out the shield until we actually make a monster. Whew. All right. So that'll be next week. Next week we'll be working on making a monster. Um make it so they do projectiles and then be able to test out. I come back and look at other more advanced items that or figure out how to implement. Basically the idea is we're gonna focus on controls and mechanics, creating monsters and creating things. So we have bucket stuff, and then we're going to then take that bucket of stuff, start creating little worlds, and then do it week over week. See how we go. That whew. Well, with that, we will call it a night. Again, would like to thank our Patreon members again. Thank you for everything that you do. Greatly supports us and helps us grow. If you'd like to become a member, check out the QR codes page embedded in with the image. Also a link if you'd like to just go directly to the link. Even though the static picture, hard for you to get the link, but anyways, it's late. I'm tired. It's been fun. I love doing this. I love doing the design. I love talking about what we're gonna do. Go work on it, and kind of go back and then update some of the notes. Um, but yeah, I'm a very kind of like hands-on type of designer. I'm probably rambling, but yeah, I'm more of a like build it, like kind of having an idea for design. Like this is kind of like, hey, this is the ideas that we have. Let's go implement them. And I feel like it's gonna fit in with the game. So like, I don't like feel like building these mechanics will help us then build more puzzles and more things about it. I haven't really talked about like some of the ideas that I have with like doing more of the areas causes you to get more access to other areas. Talk more about it. But getting these items will help you cover those things. So like for example, you can't upgrade your sword. There's like a joke that I want to implement where um go to the mountains, you get the bombs from the mountain area, then you blow up the thing to make the river flow again. And then you end up like, hold on, let me go like explore the river. And you go explore the river and you throw your rusty sword in that's broken, and you don't get you don't get the whole the blessed sword. You don't get the level 2 sword. You get like a joke where Like it's like this is just a sword covered in water. Like you didn't get anything. Um, First I wanted to like make it so you like lose your sword, and until you learn how to dive underwater. Um, Until you learn how to dive underwater, you couldn't retrieve your sword. But I thought that'd be too harsh. Um, I thought I would go with a joke of until you get the magic lens, you don't realize you've upgraded your sword. You'll still get like the defense upgrade, but you won't oh, I wanted to also make a book so we could translate the language. Probably write that down. Let me write that down. I feel like most of the well, I feel like the book you're not like once you have the book, you're not gonna use the book. You just now read things. Um I found out there's a website that allows me to create a font, and I was thinking of creating a font based around moon phases. Um, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to implement that. I think it might be. I'm trying to remember how many like phases of the moon there are. Let me look that up. Okay, so I was thinking of making a language based around the moon. Go to the moon. But the problem is the moon only has 8 phases, and so trying to figure. I mean, what was it? Right. 26 divided by 8, it would take 3 different moons in order to solve that problem. Um, which I think I could probably make that work, possibly. Trying to think. Um, I mean, also, I may not use all the letters of the alphabet. May not be neat, all of the letters. Um, we'll see. I'm thinking like you like a red moon, then like actually do it where there's actually 2 moons. There's the white moon, the red moon, and the red moon would be more of the like more predominant characters use text. Probably go look that up. I go look up like what are the most used letters in the English language, and then I don't know how well this would work if I end up translating the game. Like that's the other downside. Like you need to know English in order to play this game because the language is and like basically the idea was each letter is going to represent a phase of the moon, and each letter would represent a phase of the moon, so you would need to know English, and I don't know how I would be able to like write. I mean, I could probably. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Like I could let the base language be English for that. Then when I like, if you wanted to know how to translate it without using the book that you get in the game, you could then learn like once you get the book, you don't like the language. It could be translated back into the native language. That way, it will make it language agnostic. Also, I'm trying to make this game not be too word text heavy, just to make it more playable for people. Um, I'm also a big fan of show don't tell style of making games. I find games that are like way too chatty to just be like, you could have just shown that. Like, the great part about this media is you don't need to talk a lot. You have like expression, votes, things. Like you don't need much text to relate what you're trying to do. Um, you also don't need dial. You don't need that much dialogue. Like if you can learn how to make your characters like interact with each other and like use flashiness and like I'm more ranting about modern games. Why I don't like most modern games anymore is because it's like they're like we just made a movie. I'm like, thanks. I If I wanted to go watch a movie, I would go watch a movie. I don't mean this to be like a rant. I'm just like there's a great thing about games not being movies, that there are different ways you can tell a story. So, anyways, I'm rambling. There's a lot of stuff and content in here that I would like to work on and build off of. Uh, Moonlight. Yeah, so yeah, I think the idea would be I build this moon font, I import the moon font, and then when you don't have the book, you get the moon font. And then if you wanted to learn how to translate it yourself, you could. It'd probably be hard because like I don't know. I mean it's like a Caesar cipher, but um instead of shifting the letters are mapped to another set of letters. But like that shouldn't be that hard to crack. Like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if people can crack it. I don't think it to be hard to crack because like I said, it's like instead of shifting the letters, you're like transforming the letters, but then you transform them back. Like if you have enough examples, you can probably figure it out. Anyways, I am done rambling. That gonna be a short one, only 2 hours. Sadly, no viewers. Anyways, if you like this content, feel free to subscribe or follow. Check out our Patreon page. Um, any support would be greatly appreciated, and also comments and feedback on the design doc can be found here in the link in this link. No, if I need that. Oh, weird. I thought I locked this to. Damn. Well, that's shitty, Google. weird. I thought, what the heck, Google? Oh, interesting. That is not how I thought comment would work. That is wild. Like that is wild. I thought it was just like you could comment on the side, not actually like edit the document. That is wow. That is very tedious. Guess I need to figure out how to. Maybe it is viewer. Maybe that's it. That is so weird. I wish there was like a. That's so dumb. There's got to be another way to do this. All right, I'm gonna figure this out. Sorry for that like end rambling here of me being like, there's got to be a way to be able to have Google Docs be able to be um where people who want to comment don't like make edits, and then you gotta like delete or you gotta like accept or reject their edits. Like I just wanted people to be able to comment on the document. So I'm gonna dig into that, see if that's an actual feature, and if it's not, then we're gonna have to figure out another way to do comment suggestions without actually doing it. Like I wanted to be able to where you can just like comment on the side of the document, because that would mean if someone wanted to roll this document, they could go in and like make a bunch of weird edits, and you're like, great. Not that I don't think they would, but if someone did, right, it would not be fun. It'd be me trying to clean that up. So I'm gonna figure out if there's a better way to lock it down. I'm gonna head to bed. But anyways, thanks everyone. Have a good night.